Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas, and today I want to take you through my entire physical PS4 game collection. There is a lot to get through, and I don't want the video to run on for too long. I'm going to get into it real soon, but I'm going to talk maybe 5-10 seconds about each one if I've played it. But some games are indeed sealed because I haven't quite played them yet, like this first one, which is 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, or Aegis Rim. If you know me, you'll know I'm into that sort of game. Right, this may take a while because I need to try and place them all in nice piles against the wall. Next one is Adam's Venture. This one was cheap. It's just a cool little game. It's nothing spectacular. It was okay to play. You might see my arm constantly go like that, and I apologise for the blur. It'll be a bit blurry until we get some games there. Next is Akiba's Beat, and this one is a Weeby style game. You go through dungeons. Yeah, it's okay. I like it. Next one is, I guess it's kind of a sequel to that, or a prequel, I'm not quite sure. Akiba's Trip, but it's very intentionally looks like Strip. Because, yes, it is that sort of game. If you're into that sort of game, yeah, go for it. It's a bit pervy, I think, maybe, is the way to go about it. Next one, All-Star Fruit Racing. This is a karting game, and it's a really, really good karting game, actually. I think it's underrated. It has some unique kind of gameplay mechanics to it. I quite like it. Next is Ark of Alchemist. Not very good, to be honest. It's a cheap kind of game thrown together. It feels like you start the game in the middle of the story and it's just kind of dumb. But, yeah, it is what it is. Next is Arizona Sunshine, and I like this one. I'm not a massive fan of VR, but I quite like this one. It felt really, really cool to play. So if you're in the mood for a zombie game in VR, definitely get Arizona Sunshine. Next, Ari and the Secret of Seasons. Nothing special about this one. Kind of an indie game, I guess. It was fun to play. Kind of a bit like Zelda in a way. But yeah, if you like colourful kind of platform adventure games, yeah, go for that. Next, we have some Assassin's Creed games, and I'll go through these ones fairly quick. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. These ones are probably some of the best rated Assassin's Creed games. They are some of my favourites. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Oh, shame about this one. It does have Liberation on there, which originally came out on the Vita, and I like Liberation more than Assassin's Creed 3. Next up is a lot of people's favourite, and that's Black Flag, and I really do like Black Flag. Fantastic game. It just felt like a real fresh change to Assassin's Creed. Next, we have Assassin's Creed Rogue. This one, I think, was the kind of equivalent release on like an older generation of consoles at the same time as the next Assassin's Creed you'll see. But this is a really good Assassin's Creed. Next, Assassin's Creed Unity. Really good, actually. I like this more than most people do. I know it got a lot of hate and a lot of criticism because of how it looked when it came out, the bugs, glitches, whatever. But I genuinely like this a lot more than most people. The next one is the last Assassin's Creed game I have on PS4, and that is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It was okay. This was the game that made me stop playing Assassin's Creed. It just got too boring, repetitive, and pointless for me. And there are some Assassin's Creed games I've never played. Next, we have some Weeby-style games. So these are the Atelier games. Atelier Sophie, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. I'll kind of go through these quickly because I know these aren't for everybody. I guess you either love it or you hate it with Atelier. That is the very first Atelier game I played, and it was the one that got me into the series. Atelier Firis is next, and obviously this one is the sequel to Atelier Sophie. Quite like that one. The next one is Atelier Lydie and Suel, and this one is the sequel to Firis. And the fourth sequel to that, or the third sequel technically, but the fourth game in that, is Atelier Sophie 2. This is my favourite Atelier game. That pile's getting a bit wobbly and wonky already. The next Atelier game is Atelier Lulua, The Scion of Ireland. Now this one is the fourth game in a different series of Atelier games, which originally started on PS3. But yeah, they're all kind of similar in a sense of what they are, apart from the next two. Atelier Riser. This is where it started getting a bit more JRPG-ish. So you'll see a lot more mechanics of JRPG in these sort of games. the Riser ones. This one is a bit more harder to get hold of. I think mainly because it was not a limited print run, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But I'd say this is the most expensive, or second most expensive Atelier game. But I do like the Riser ones. Okay, we're done with them now. Let's move on to this. Bee Simulator. I don't know. This is something my son wanted many years ago. We got it. I've never actually played it, but he has. Obviously, he's grown up now, so he probably wouldn't appreciate it. Next is BioShock The Collection. This is some of my favouriteest games ever. I love BioShock. I love BioShock 2, and I do like BioShock Infinite. Not as much as the original BioShock. BioShock is just awesome. But I like BioShock 2 a lot more than most people, I think. Next, I'm sorry, we're going back to some weeb games. Blue Reflection. I like Blue Reflection. Blue Reflection. I can't get my words out. I like Blue Reflection. But again, if you know me, it's obvious why. It's a nice kind of cutesy game. And the sequel, which I haven't actually got round to quite yet, is Blue Reflection Second Light. Obviously, if I like the first one, I'll more than likely enjoy the second one. Next, we have Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. I love Borderlands. It's absolutely fantastic. I cannot describe how much I love it. Sadly, Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 4 that is coming out pretty soon, or it may already be out by the time you see this, doesn't quite look as good as the first two Borderlands games, but this one is brilliant. Next, Borderlands, the Handsome Collection. So this has got Borderlands 2, which is widely considered to be the best Borderlands game, and it's also got the other one, the pre-sequel, which a lot of people didn't really like, but I think it's okay. Call of Duty. Luckily, we only have one Call of Duty here, because I'm not really into it anymore. This is a Modern Warfare Remastered. I like the older Call of Duties, so I kind of went with this one. Yeah, it's Modern Warfare. You know, it's actually really good. This one was a game I picked up really, really cheap. Can't drive this. It's just a cheap, tacky game that I played for like a day just to pass some time. I can't really remember too much about it, but it was okay, if I recall. Next is Close to the Sun, and this one is a little bit like BioShock in its aesthetic, which is why I picked it up. It's like a first-person kind of, not dungeon crawler, but you go through the levels and do stuff, and if you like BioShock, you might like this. It's not quite as good as BioShock, but hey. Next is Code Vein, and the platinum on this was quite difficult, and I actually managed to get it. I was quite impressed with myself. I enjoyed this for what it was. It's one of them that, you know, just look at it, you can tell what type of game it is. The last one in this pile is Crystar, and again, it's just kind of one of those, you go through the levels with this girl and slash some enemies, defeat some bosses, follow the story, and Bob's your uncle, you've done the game. And yeah, I did get the platinum on that one. So let me move the next pile across. There we go. Sorry if that picks up too much on the mic. So the next couple of games are some games that really hit home for me because I am quite old and I love retro games. But these are obviously modern versions, and that is Crash Bandicoot. So this one has Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3. Crash 3 is brilliant. I adore Crash Bandicoot 3. But these are so faithful to the original games that I absolutely love Crash Bandicoot. The next one, this one drove me insane. Crash Bandicoot 4. It was good and it felt like Crash Bandicoot, but at times it just felt like the levels were just not on par with the original Crash Bandicoot. But I enjoyed it. It was really good to play after all these years. Next is what I consider to be better than Mario Kart. Crash Team Racing. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you why exactly. But I love this more than any other Mario Kart game. I mean, I love Mario Kart 64. I love the original Super Mario Kart, but Crash Team Racing, what an absolute gem that is. Next we have Daymare 1998. So this originally started as a clone of Resident Evil 2, like their own remake. It got season desisted and ended up coming out as Daymare. It's okay. You can tell there's a lot of influence from Resident Evil 2, but it's an okay game. If you like Resident Evil, you might like that. Next, I think, is a severely underrated game again, Days Gone. I think this is absolutely fantastic. I haven't played the PS5 remastered version. I have no intention of doing that. But this, I think, was really, really good. I originally started this not liking it because not that it was hard, but once I got to grips with what I was doing, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Next, DCL game, Drone Championship League. I've not played this. I can't remember why I have this either. It's just in the collection for whatever reason. Next, Dead Island Definitive Edition. Now, I love the Dead Island games, like probably more than most people when it comes to Riptide, but absolutely brilliant. Next is some more really good games. Dead Rising. I think this is one of the greatest games that released on the Xbox 360. I know this is PS4. This is the remastered version. It's not the remake version because that's PS5. But Dead Rising I originally didn't like when it first came out. But I played it again a couple of years later and really enjoyed it. Same with this one. Really enjoyed this. Dead Rising 2. Absolutely fantastic game. And I don't think you can get these physically here in the UK. So this is an American import. Dead Rising 2. Fantastic. The next Dead Rising I have is one a lot of people didn't seem to like, but I didn't mind it. Dead Rising 4. Frank's Big Package. Next. Detroit Become Human. What can I say about this one? I kind of like the Quantic Dream games. You know, like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, that sort of thing. And Detroit, I think, was better than those two. I actually really, really like this. Next, we have some Dishonored games. And we'll start with Dishonored Definitive Edition. Really good game. I mean, what an absolute gem this game is. Back on the Xbox 360, fantastic. And that remastered version, brilliant. Next, we have Dishonored 2. And this one is absolutely brilliant as well. Like, to the point where it's just so enjoyable. You could literally sit there all day and play it. And I probably have done at some point in my life. Next, we have Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. Now, this one is shorter than the other two, but I platinumed it because I liked it that much. A really good game. It's more of the same, I guess. So I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. The next one is Dreams. Now, this one was kind of pegged as create your own game. And yeah, I guess you could. But as someone who is a game developer, it just wasn't up to standard. It was fun to play, and I enjoyed it for the time I was playing it, but it could have been so much better. Next, we have Dusk Diver. Set in Taiwan, or the city of Taipei in Taiwan. It's a weeby-style game, look at it. It's fun, you know, you go into dungeons, you fight through it, kill some enemies, blah, 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 blah. Fun enough story. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Next, we have Dying Light. So this is the spiritual successor to Dead Island. And this is brilliant. I love Dying Light. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. Like, how they moved on from Dead Island to this just baffles me. And it's fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love Dying Light. Next is some terrible game. I paid very, very little for this, and it lasted about 6 hours, and I just got sick of it. Ember, I think it's Uber Fight. It's supposed to be Ember Uber Firefighters or something like that, but it just says Ember. It's in some kind of indie game. It's not really worth it. I wouldn't say it's worth your time. Next, we have Fairy Tail, and this is based on an anime also called Fairy Tail, but I've never watched. I don't really watch anime. I just play these sort of games. It was okay. It's JRPG. What more can you say? I enjoyed it. Next, we have Fallout 4, Game of the Year Edition. Fallout 4 is really, really good, but I don't think it's as good as, well, New Vegas or Fallout 3, but it's probably better than Fallout 76. If you like Fallout, you know, play Fallout 4 for whatever reason, then yeah, play it. The next few games, I'm just kind of going to show you all at once because they're kind of irrelevant in terms of game collecting for me. And that's FIFA. I've got FIFA 16, FIFA 17 and FIFA 20. 16, 17, 20. I don't play FIFA. I don't know why I have them. I think my son's played them at some point. But they're not for me. They're not my sort of games. Next, we have some Final Fantasy games, which are my sort of games. This is Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Final Fantasy VIII was the very first Final Fantasy game I ever played, and holy crap, I enjoyed it. It's still probably my favourite today, just. But yeah, I love Final Fantasy VIII, got the platinum on that. Next is Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. Played this originally on PS2, obviously remaster on PS4. Brilliant game. I like this a lot more than most people. I think a lot of Final Fantasy fans were maybe put off a little bit by this game, but I actually really enjoyed it. I love the system, the Gambit system and story. Gabrant, brilliant. Next is another game of Final Fantasy, which I think I enjoyed more than most. Final Fantasy 15. This originally started as part of the Final Fantasy 13 universe and eventually got changed to Final Fantasy 15. Noctis, as you can see there, he looks very Japanesey, I guess, with the hair. But yeah, really good game, at least for me. Next is a VR game. Fruit Ninja. Who doesn't like a bit of Fruit Ninja? Brilliant. I mean, this is so cool to kind of put on your VR headset, whack some fruit, slice and dice some fruit, just, get some stress out. Really good game. Two games which are not really good coming up. Galgun. And I've spoke about this before on my channel. I don't know, there's something weird about this game. It's so pervy in that sense. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I did make a video a couple of months ago. How does this game exist on the Nintendo Switch? And it refers to Galgun Double Peace. And also its sequel, Galgun 2. I got the platinum on this because it was easy. It was easy, to be fair. But I wouldn't really recommend playing these games. Even if you're into Japanese anime and weeby style games, I really don't think they're for any specific type of audience. They're just a bit weird. Next is Generation Zero, and this was okay. It was like not a first-person shooter necessarily, but it was in an open world, and there was robots, and it was taking over, and you got to survive and collect stuff and kill the robots, and it was good. I enjoyed it. One thing I did enjoy, which is the next game, is this, Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. And this video game originally came out many years ago, actually, on the Xbox 360 and PS3. This is the remastered version, and it still holds up. It's really good. It's fun because you actually get to play with these guys, And it's actually like the proper voice actors doing it as well. Next up is another fun game. That is Goat Simulator. I mean, how can you not have fun playing as a goat? Come on, really? It's a goat. You're gonna have fun. Right, let me move the next pile over. Oh, goodness. I mean, but how long have we been going now? It's probably about 20 minutes, hasn't it? Goodness me. Okay, next up, let's get this done a bit quicker. Next up is everyone's favourite Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, at this point, who hasn't played Grand Theft Auto 5? Like, literally every man and his dog has played Grand Theft Auto 5, whether it is the online or whether it is the single player. Next, we have Hasbro Family Fun Pack, I think Hasbro Family Fun Pack. And it's just got these games: Boggle, Trivial Pursuit, Monopoly Plus, Risk. I like board games and that sort of stuff, so I enjoyed that. Next is Hot Shot Racing, and it's kind of an arcadey style racing game. There's a bit of rubber banding going on with it, and look at it. It's very what's the word? Low poly. That's it. They're the words I was trying to find. It's a low poly style racing game. And if you're into that sort of thing, then yeah, definitely give that a go. I think you can probably pick it up real cheap. Human Fall Flat is just a fun kind of party game, I guess, is the way to put it. I mean, if you've seen it, it's kind of somewhat physics-based. But if you've got time to play it, yeah, you may as well. That's another one I think you can pick up pretty cheap. Another game that is pretty cheap but pretty terrible, Joe's Diner. Don't bother playing this one. Like, I played this for about 2 hours and just turned it off and never played it again because it was awful. Basically, you're in a diner, as it would suggest, and you've got to not make noise, otherwise a monster comes out and goes, woo, and you're gone. So there's quite a few games that I have actually played here, but there's quite a few games still to come that I haven't played, and this is where it begins. And this is, what is this? Kotodama, hang on. Kotodama, The Seven Mysteries of Fujisawa. I haven't played this one. I think it's like a visual novel style game. I'm not really into visual novels, although I did make a tutorial on my other channel of how to make a visual novel style game, but some visual novels I do like, and I got the feeling I'd probably like that one, so that's why I picked it up. Next is LA Noire. Brilliant game. Originally coming out on the 360 and PS3. This is like the remastered version. And the thing that really sold this is the way the voices and the mouths move so perfectly in sync. But yeah, driving around old school LA, really good. The next game is Little Big Planet 3. I haven't played this one. I have no intention of playing it. I just kind of picked this up, I think last year, when there was news that Little Big Planet 3 was being removed for licensing and it expired or something, so I just kind of picked it up just to have in the collection. Next is Little Dragon's Cafe, and this is a cutesy kind of little game. It's not really graphically intense. You know, you're on an island, you own a cafe, you got to go out, get materials, get recipes, whatever, cook for your customers, and go with the little story. It's a very relaxing game, I think is the best way to put it. Next is Lost Sphere. This one I got to the end of. I didn't do the additional content because I just got bored of it. Like, they waffle on and on and on and on this game. It's like, get on with it. I know JRPGs are like that, but no, there was just something. I got bored of that game. One game I didn't get bored of is Mad Max. This is an absolutely fantastic game. Now, obviously, Mad Max has its movie tie-in and whatever else, you know. I don't actually know if this was a movie tie-in game, but I really, really enjoyed this. So it was absolutely brilliant. Next, Madden 18. It's the only Madden I own. And the only reason I own this is because Tom Brady is on the front. If you don't know me, I do like a bit of American football. And obviously, if you know anything about American football, you'll know I love the Raiders. And Mr. Brady here has some ownership in the Raiders. Next, we have a game I haven't played yet. And this is Hyperdimension Neptunia VII. Not 7, although it says VII, which is 7. It is VII, it's not 7. I've played the first one of this series, and I liked it enough that I'll pick up a lot of the other games, and I have done. Obviously not played them, but yeah, I'm sure I'll enjoy that. Next is the Mega Drive Classics. Now this is called Genesis Classics in the United States and Canada and wherever else. Obviously here in the UK, the console came out as the Mega Drive. Because I'm old school, I love these games. You know, old school Mega Drive games back from the 90s. Absolutely brilliant. Next, Metro. So this one has Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. Really good games. I don't know what it is about them. I just love the whole Russian style in the Metro system and scariness. Really good. Next are two games that I'm not really into. Minecraft. This is more of my son's game. I think it's like Gen Z that are really into the whole Minecraft thing. I don't mind it. You know, I have a bit of fun with it. I have had fun with it in the past. But Minecraft is not really for me. And the next one, Minecraft Legends Deluxe Edition. Ooh. Again, not really for me. This is for my son. Spoke about board games earlier. And now we have Monopoly Family Fun Pack. I like Monopoly. I think it's a really good game, and I tend to buy Monopoly whenever there is a release of it on whatever console. And this one has Monopoly Plus, My Monopoly, and Monopoly Deal. They're just kind of like different versions of Monopoly. This one is a terrible version of Monopoly because it's not like the board. Well, it is, but you kind of run around doing stuff, and it's not very good. Next. Moving Out. This is an okay party game. I like Overcooked, which is coming up pretty soon. And this is kind of the same, similar sort of style, not necessarily cooking, but you all kind of work together to accomplish a goal. It's good for the family. Murdered Soul Suspect. I'm not sure too much about like how this game was well received or terribly received or whatever, but I enjoyed it. I completed it in a day because the platinum was really short and easy. but it was good fun. It looks good as well. So if you want a nice quick game to play to pass the day, I'd say Murdered Soul Suspect. My Time at Portia is next, and this one took a while to get the platinum. It's kind of like Stardew Valley, but in a 3D world. It's okay, it's fun. There's a lot of content to it, but it's grindy. But yeah, if you got the time, play it, you'll enjoy it. Next, we have Need for Speed Payback. I'm not really a Need for Speed person. I think I've played this once or twice, but it's more for my son. He's the one that enjoys things like this more than me. Next is a sealed copy, Day 1 edition of, hang on, let me get this right, Neptunia, hang on, let's look at the side. Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. So this kind of plays into that Neptunia game that you saw earlier. And, you know, I kind of got into it, so I started looking at collecting those games. Obviously, it's sealed. I haven't played it yet. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Another one that's sealed is Omega Quintet. I don't know too much about this one. I saw a couple of gameplay videos. I thought, yeah, I'll pick that up because I managed to get this quite cheap a while ago. I've had it for quite a while, still sealed. Like I say, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Next is Oninaki. Don't know too much about this one. Actually, that's a complete lie. I love this game. Like, seriously. There is a point in this game where I just knew I had to get the platinum. You play through it, and it's like a kind of top-down in some degree. It feels like an old-school Final Fantasy in a lot of ways, but obviously with a modern kind of visual. But yeah, it's really, really good. It's not for everyone, though, I will say that. Next, I spoke about this earlier, Overcooked. I've played Overcooked with my family several times over. I don't know what it is. It's just the party atmosphere, having fun with your family, your friends, whoever. Really, really good. Next, Portal Knights. It was okay. I mean, I thought it would be better than what it was. You know, I played this for a couple of days just to pass a bit of time, and just got to the point where I thought, yeah, I've reached the end. It's served its purpose. It's okay. It's like it's not like a roguelike sort of game, but it kind of is. Next, this one got a lot of praise, I think, Prey. But I didn't enjoy it that much. I thought it could have been a lot better. I preferred the original Prey back on Xbox 360. But I got it because it was made by Arcane. You know, same people as Dishonored. Yeah, it was okay, but I wouldn't go out my way to play it again. And if they released a remastered version, I probably wouldn't be interested. Next, Punchline. Oh, God, what can I say about this one? I got the platinum on it because it was really, really easy. And basically, if you stare at ladies' pants too long, your nose bleeds and the world explodes. That's the rundown of that game. Next up is Puyo Puyo Tetris. I like Puyo Puyo. I like Tetris. Why would I not like Puyo Puyo Tetris? Brilliant. Next, Rage 2. I like Rage, the original game, probably more than most people. And this one just didn't quite feel the same, but it was fun. You know, I enjoyed it for the time I was playing it. First person world, you know, drive around. Ooh, look at these people, shooty, killy, all that kind of stuff. If you got the time, yeah, enjoy it. Right, let me move this pile. The good news is we're more than halfway through. The bad news is it's really hot. I need a drink. My back is killing. Next up, we've got the Resident Evils. And let's kind of zoom through these Resident Evils because I love Resident Evil, and I don't know what more to say. Resident Evil 0 is okay. I don't mind it. It's probably one of the weaker Resident Evils. The original Resident Evil remake, absolutely fantastic. This is a gem. If you haven't played the Resident Evil remake, what are you doing? Play it. Next, Resident Evil 2 remake. Brilliant. I love the original Resident Evil 2. This, absolutely fantastic. What a banger of a game. Seriously, Capcom, you know how to make a Resident Evil. Except when it comes to Resident Evil 3. So I don't mind this. I think it's okay. It is a bit too short. I mean, I'm not fantastic at games, but I got through this in less than an hour. And, you know, like half the game was cut out from the original PS1 version. But this, yeah, it is still good. I enjoyed it. Next up, Resident Evil 4. This is not the remake version. This is the remastered version, one of the 6 million different remaster versions. It's Resident Evil 4. Who doesn't love Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 5. is next. I don't mind this, actually. This is a lot of fun to play when you've got a buddy playing with you, or someone that you really get along with. Someone plays Chris, someone plays Sheva. Really good. I mean, I know that it was a big departure in some ways from classic Resident Evil, but it's still a really, really good game. This one, though, I get it. I get the hate. I get why people don't like it, but I actually quite like Resident Evil 6. There's 4 campaigns to play through, and I know it's way too action focused, and I know Capcom don't even really like to admit that Resident Evil 6 exists, but it's okay. This one is even better though. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This was the rebirth of Resident Evil, and ever since Capcom made this, they've just been killing it with Resident Evil. Absolutely brilliant. This is a really, really good game, and I think this inspired a lot of the kind of revival of survival horror games in the early 2020s and late 2010s. Next is Resident Evil Revelations. Good game, I think. It has its problems, I'll admit that. I think mainly because it was probably created as a 3DS game originally, and then obviously got ported to PS3, 360, and then came to PS4 and whatever. But it's okay. Probably one of the weaker Resident Evils, I think. This one, though, isn't. This is Resident Evil Revelations 2. This is far superior in almost every single way. And it's absolutely fantastic. And it's such a shame that we're not going to get Revelations 3. I would have loved to have seen a third one of this. But Claire has always been my favourite kind of main protagonist in Resident Evil. So that was why it was really good to see in that one. Next is a game I haven't played. It is Robinson the Journey. I got this really cheap on VR. I went through a phase of buying VR games and never actually played them. But I will get round to it one day. I'm not quite sure what to expect from this, but it was cheap, Next is a game I haven't really played. My son kind of played it. He went through a phase. Rocket Arena Mythic Edition. Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like it might have been some kind of Fortnite clone. That's the vibes I'm getting from it anyway. Next is Sakura Wars. Yeah, it's okay. It's like a JRPG. I mean, I do like my JRPG, so naturally I'm going to enjoy something like this. But yeah, just look at it. I've never actually watched the anime, because I know there is anime. I know there are other games in the Sakura Wars world, but this is the only one I've ever played, and it was good. Next, Scribblenauts Showdown. It was a party game. I got it for a couple of quid. It didn't cost me much. Enjoyed it for what it was for a couple of days. Turned it off, never played it again. Got the platinum, all that stuff. Sometimes I buy games just to get the platinum, because I'm sad. Secret of Mana. Now, this, I think I started playing, and I turned it off because I knew I wanted to spend more time on it. I know I really should get into the Mana games, and I will do properly one day, because I know I'll enjoy it. So earlier you saw a game, what was it called? Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. Well, this is, I hope this doesn't get me demonetized, because the cover looks a bit risque. So I'll just show that. It's Senran Kagura Estival Versus. I've not played it. I think I will play it. I don't know how far I'll get. It looks a little bit pervy like Galgun, so I might drop it pretty quick. But one game I didn't drop pretty quick, Shenmue and Shenmue 2. These hold such special places in my heart because, I was an early adopter of the Dreamcast, and I loved Shenmue and Shenmue 2. So when I find out that they're going to release Shenmue 3 and remastered versions of Shenmue 1 and 2 are coming, of course I had to pick that up. Brilliant games. Absolutely brilliant. It's just a shame that, the story has been left where it has with this one, Shenmue 3. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Ugh. If you've played it and you've got to the end, you'll know what I mean. No spoilers here. But I actually quite like this. I know a lot of people kind of didn't in some way. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think for the nostalgic feeling more than anything, that's why I enjoyed it. Next up is Shining Resonance Refrain. Now, this originally released, I believe, in Japan only on PS3. And this is like a remastered version, or a ported version, or whatever. But it was good. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It's a JRPG again, so of course I'm going to enjoy it. Just look at it. Now, another game I have enjoyed many times over on many different platforms is Sleeping Dogs. This is one hell of a game. Like, I would go so far as to say this is better than almost every Grand Theft Auto game that's ever existed. In fact, this might be one of the greatest open world city games ever. Absolutely fantastic. Set in Hong Kong. If you're into anything that's like an open world city with, crime and all that kind of stuff, you've definitely got to play Sleeping Dogs. Moving on to Sonic now, we have Sonic Mania, and this is fantastic. Sonic goes through ups and downs in his lifetime, and this is one of the better Sonic games that's come out in the last 10, 15, 20 years. It's very reminiscent of the old school Sonic. Next is Sparklight. This is like a roguelite game, and it's fun. You're thrown down onto a randomized world, work your way through, collect Sparklight, rebuild the flying city, all that kind of stuff, fight the big mega boss, and boom, Bob's your uncle, you got the platinum. Really good game. Next is a game that I'm not really into, Spider-Man. I don't rate these games. This is the only Spider-Man game I have, and it's more for my son rather than me. And I know I'll probably get hate for that. Oh, you don't like Spider-Man, Jimmy? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I'm just not into superheroes. The only one I'm into is Batman, really. Anyway, Star Ocean, Integrity, and Faithlessness is next, and this is okay. I think this is definitely easier than some of the older Star Ocean games, but it's a JRPG again, so of course I'm going to enjoy stuff like that. This is Stardew Valley. This is a fantastic game. There is so much content in this little game that you could literally spend your entire life playing this game and not do everything. Created by one person, that's just an unfathomable thing. It's absolutely great, this game. You got your own little farm. You got to make friends with the citizens of Stardew Valley and all stuff like that. Get married, have kids, blah, 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 blah. Steep is next. Haven't played it. This is my son's game. I don't know whether he's played it. It's not really for me. Next is Super Neptunia RPG. Again, this relates to that Neptunia series. There's a lot of games in that series, and I have picked up quite a few, and I've still only played that very first one. But by the time you see another one of these collections, I will have played a lot more, and I've no doubt I'll enjoy that one. Next, we have Tales from the Borderlands. Really good. It's one of them that you just play from start to finish, you get the platinum. Cool, Bob's your uncle. Awesome. It's actually really good fun, and I like the story, I like the humour in it. Next, we have the Tales games, and we'll start with Tales of Symphonia Chronicles Remastered. Not Chronicles, this is just Tales of Symphonia Remastered. Chronicles is on PS3, sorry. This is good. This is the very first Tales game that I ever played, and this was back in 2005, 2006, something like that, on the GameCube. And I love this. This is probably it might be my favourite, if I'm honest. Maybe second, but the top two, which we'll get to in a second, is real close. This is my least favourite Tales game. This is Zestiria. It just felt too different. It was okay, but it just didn't feel like a true Tales game to me. This one, do you know what? I said my top two. It might be top three. Berseria is fantastic. This one felt truly different from Zestiria, and this one, I really can't describe the emotions you feel with Velvet and her story. Just absolutely fantastic game, Berseria. And same with this one. Yes, Vesperia. I love Vesperia. Now, I watch a channel, the Kiseki Nut, and he does not rate Vesperia at all, which, that's fine. I know people don't like it, but I absolutely adore this game. Next is a Crazy Taxi ripoff, which is Taxi Chaos. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's actually not that bad. It clearly wants to be Crazy Taxi. It's not as good as Crazy Taxi, but it's fun enough. Next is Team Sonic Racing. And I quite like the Sonic Racing games, even the one back on the Sega Saturn. But yeah, this is fun. It's obviously a karting style game, so of course I'm going to enjoy it. Last one in this pile is The American Dream. I don't really know too much about it. I got it cheap. It's a VR game. Like I said, I went through a phase of collecting VR games. I don't really know. I'll probably enjoy it. But like I say, it was really cheap. Right, let me move the last pile over. There we go. So, we're nearly there now. How long have we been going? About 40 minutes? Let's get this done quick. Right, The Crew 2. I actually quite like this, mainly because I love America and I love American scenery, and this is obviously set on the American continent, well, United States, whatever. Next, Skyrim. I mean, everyone owns a copy of Skyrim somewhere, somehow. If you don't own a copy of Skyrim, you're not a real gamer. It's Skyrim, of course I like it. Next, The Escapists and The Escapist 2. This is not mine. This is my son's. It's for him. He, whatever. I don't really know too much about it. It's pixely, whatever. Next, The Evil Within. Really good game, actually. This comes from Shinji Mikami, the original creator of Resident Evil, and it's a shame what happened to Tango Gameworks in 2025. Was it 25? Yeah, this year, wasn't it? Or was it late last year with Microsoft? Good game. If you like Resident Evil, you'll most likely enjoy The Evil Within. Same with this one, Evil Within 2. This one is a bit more open world than the original Evil Within. I liked it a little bit less, but don't get me wrong, it's still a good game and it's still thoroughly enjoyable. Next is Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. I said earlier, about the Quantic Dream games. I quite like them. Heavy Rain is better than Beyond Two Souls. But yeah, it's still good fun. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. Next is The Incredibles. Not my game again. This is from my son from when he was younger. I don't think he's played this in a very long time, so I don't really know. It's not something I'll ever play. Next, another VR game, The Inpatient. Don't think I'll get around to this anytime soon, simply because I've got a lot of other games to play, and this is another one that when I went through the phase of buying VR games. It looks... I'm not sure what you can really see on there, but it looked okay in a couple of gameplay videos, so I thought I'd pick it up. Next, The Last of Us Remastered. I love The Last of Us. Really, really good game. So picked this up, enjoyed it. What more can I say? Next is The Order 1886. Really good game. A bit short, and I know it didn't quite live up to its expectations, and a lot of people didn't like it, blah, 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 blah. But I did. I thought it was a really, really good game. Next is The Outer Worlds, and I'm going to say it right now. No, I didn't enjoy this. It was okay. I know it came from Obsidian, same people who created my favourite Fallout game, which is New Vegas. I just don't rate this. Just don't rate it. Don't know what it is. I just couldn't get along with it. Next is The Show 18. I don't know. I bought this when I was in Salt Lake City once, and yeah. It's baseball. It's a bit of fun for a bit. Next, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Oh dear, this is another one. I don't rate it. I don't get the hype. I know people love it. Don't get me wrong. I can see why to an extent, but for most of the game, I just don't get it. I don't get what the hype is. It was okay, but I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, it was cheap enough for me to pick up and play. So yeah, this was okay. Thief. This was, I think, one of the really, really first PS4 games. I never played any of the Thief games before this, but yeah, it was okay. Enjoyed it. Next is an indie game called Those Who Remain, and yeah, I got the platinum in a day. It was just one. It's like a first-person thing where you just got to follow the story through and explore a bit of a world, and there you go. There's some kind of supernatural goings on as well. Next is Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. I actually really love this game. It is from the same people who make the Trails games, which we'll get to literally next. But I actually think this is better than some of the Trails games. Next is the Trails game. So this is Trails from Zero. I only recently acquired this one because it's hard to get hold of. But I like some of the other Trails games. I've no doubt I will enjoy this one a lot. But I do need to get the sequel to that one, which is even harder to get hold of. But something that isn't that hard to get hold of is Trails of Cold Steel. This is the game that got me into the Trails series, and I love this game. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, just looking at it, you can tell. If you know me, I'd love this sort of game, and I do love this game. I don't know how this was missed off my radar for so long, because it took me a while to even know that the Trails games existed. And then the direct sequel to that is Trails of Cold Steel 2. And it literally follows on exactly where Cold Steel 1 left off. It feels like you can play them back to back, and they just feel like one continuous story, which I suppose they're supposed to be. But this is really good as well. Moving on from that kind of stuff, we have Untitled Goose Game. Go round a town, honk, 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 scare the villager. You know, it's fun. It's one of them games that you can literally put in, sit down, have a bit of fun with for, well, a good couple of hours. Next is Watch Dogs, and I like this, again, probably more than most people. I don't know what it was. I think what really killed this game is the trailer that they showed, and then we saw the final product, and it looked vastly different, but it was good. I didn't enjoy Watch Dogs 2 as much, but I love the city of San Francisco, so it was kind of cool to walk around San Francisco in a virtual world, and yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is okay. Some good games now. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Now, I had played some Wolfenstein games a long time ago, but I went many years without playing them, and then this came out, and I was blown away. I mean, what is there to not like about BJ Blazkowicz? What a fantastic game that is. And then we had the weird kind of zombie version, the Old Blood. So I'm not sure if it's a direct sequel or supposed to be a direct sequel. But this one was really fun. Shorter, but fun. But the actual direct sequel, I guess, is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. This is a really good game. And, you know, the twists and turns within this game, if you've played it, you'll know what I mean. It's just like, what? You're mad. But I love it. Absolutely love that game. The next Wolfenstein game, though, didn't love quite as much. Youngblood. This just felt forced, you know, like, I don't know, I can't explain, but it was okay. Nowhere near as good as the other three. Moving on to the Yakuza games now. Yakuza 0. This is the game that I think really propelled Yakuza into stardom in the West. I'd got into it long before that. I got into it Yakuza 3, whenever that came out on PS3. But this is a really good game because this is like the start of it all with Kiryu, Majima. Really, really good game. Yakuza Kiwami. So this is the remake of the original Yakuza game which came out on PS2. Really good game as well. Like, seriously, really good. And then we have Kiwami 2. Remake of the second one. It's like, wow. It looks great. It plays great. It's just a great series altogether. So if you've never played a Yakuza game or Like a Dragon, you seriously, seriously need to. Then we have the Yakuza Remastered Collection. So this is 3, 4, and 5, all remastered. And obviously, like I say, Yakuza 3 was the one that got me into the series. So that one holds a special place in my heart. So to see it remastered on PS4, fantastic. Yakuza 4, again, takes that formula, absolutely brilliant. Then Yakuza 5 drags on for ages, but you know what? It's still a really good game. Yakuza 6 is next, and this one was kind of like pegged as the end of Kiryu's story. I suppose it is, but it also isn't at the same time. But it's a really good place to, well, Hiroshima, the city that you go to in that one. Really, really nice game. It's good fun. There's like never a bad Yakuza game for me. Next, we have Ys, Memories of Kelketa or Selketa. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but this is really good. I don't think I got the platinum on this, but I played this for so long. Really, really good Ys game. Probably one of the better ones, I think. Just really good. So if you're into JRPGs and you've never played an Ys game, you should definitely check them out. Finally, we get to the end, just under 50 minutes. Zombie. So this originally came out on the Wii U as Zombie U. Didn't sell well because we all know what happened with the Wii U. And then we had this remastered version called Zombie. It's actually really good fun. You play as random people, And every time you die, you respawn as a new person in London, and yeah, you get to the palace, yeah, whatever. Zombie. Good game. And that is all of my physical PS4 games. Wow. I mean, it grows and grows almost every week, and I don't know when I'm going to do another one of these, but oh, holy crap, that took a while. It also is very apparent there are some games that I really need to play like pretty quickly. But anyway, that is, like I say, my entire PS4 collection. Please do let me know if you think there is anything I should pick up, if there is anything that I really should get rid of, because I am thinking some things in there don't actually need to be in the collection at all. There'll be some videos hanging around on the screen now. If you fancy clicking any of those, watch something else on my channel. There'll be a subscribe button just down below somewhere if you fancy clicking that. And I really do appreciate you watching this if you watched it all the way through. And hopefully I will see you in one of my next videos. Thank you very much for watching.